Hello! Today we're going to work on classifying different types of equations. There are 5 main types: synthesis, decomposition, single replacement, double replacement, and combustion. Today we're going to tackle the first two: synthesis and decomposition. We're going to start by looking at what a synthesis equation is. When you think of synthesis, maybe photosynthesis, for instance, you're going to be combining things to make a whole, or creating something out of parts. I'm going to use some variables to represent different elements, so that this equation can be used to look at many types of equations. The variables I'm going to use today: A, B, C, and D. These are generic variables. They'll represent different types of elements. They don't represent any element in particular. Maybe A stands for iron and copper and nickel. Maybe B stands for oxygen, hydrogen, carbon, sulfur. They can stand for any types of elements. So, what does a synthesis equation look like? Anytime you have two parts, A and B, two elements, and we're going to combine them chemically to form a new substance, AB. So we started with two parts, ended with one whole. An example of this: two sodium atoms combined with two chlorine atoms to make two sodium chloride compounds. A second example, we'll start with two magnesium atoms, and we'll combine them chemically with oxygen to make magnesium oxide. So in each one of these, we started with two parts and ended with one whole. Two parts, one whole. These are synthesis reactions. Next, we'll look at decomposition. In a decomposition reaction, we're going to start with the whole, and we're going to break it down into two parts. So we start with one thing and we end with two different things. An example of this: we can take a water molecule and we can break the water molecules into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Start with one thing, we'll end with two different things. Another example of this: calcium carbonate, CaCO3, when exposed to heat, decomposes into calcium oxide, CO, and carbon dioxide, CO2. Same thing, we start with one thing, end with two different pieces.